They've made an absolute abortion of this. It's on the wrong friggin' angle. It's gonna have a big cover panel over it. Okay, so this is how it's gonna go. It's gonna be on a big plate and it needs to be about 30 mil. Oh, I just measured it. Not ideal, but it'll work. It'll kind of be like an armrest on that bit.
So I have to kick it in a bit like that.
Looking good. Yeah, you need to bring that angle down. I'm in trouble. My final last mask is finally kaput. The other one broke. I had two and both of them are now broken. The other one let go, I don't know, about 4 months ago. Same problem, the little motor's probably been working too hard. If any of you guys know of anyone that's selling one of these, I don't care if the batteries are broken or you don't have the batteries for it, I'll buy it from you. I'm desperate. I really didn't need this. Okay, so this is my dad's idea to make a spacer out of foam, and then I'm going to fiberglass this. I've got it to about the right size. I've made it small enough to fit in here because after I put fiberglass over it, it'll make it fatter, and then I'm just going to dig the foam out and then glue a wooden pad in here so then the guts of the steering wheel can fit through it. And then I've got to cut all this out. So I'm devastated. That's why I wanted to use that. I'm just going to have to do it the old-fashioned way with a normal air mask. I'm going to fix that hole with this. This is my attempt to try and get the bottom lip good again. And then that's going to be my spacer. And then I cut these out in the CNC plasma cutter. CNC router. And these will go in there like that. And I'm hoping that the fiberglass will be built up enough that I'll get to at least here. And I'm going to cut down the seat box 50 mil. I've had a week to think about it and I'm just going to get it over and done with. I'll glue some of the marine plywood in as well. So then I can make the sliders work. If it's spaced out, it'll work. The other little fiberglass job that I want to do is just do like a little strip of fiberglass here and see if it releases. That's got like 3 or 4 layers of mold release that my dad sprayed on with the spray gun while I was at work. I just want to make sure that it's going to come off before I take some full-size molds from it. I'm chopping it. This is how I'm chopping it. I'm not going to bother videoing it because you guys have seen it that many times. So I'll just cut this up. I had to do some other stuff. That's how much I cut out of it, which is 50 millimeters from here to here. It's actually a little bit less there, but including the saw blade anyway. I'm just going to epoxy resin up here, blob it on, and then squash it all up so it's nice and straight this way. And then tomorrow, hopefully it'll be strong enough for me to take the clamps off, and then I'll grind it and fiberglass it and put some wood in. So this is my attempt to make it straight. It worked a lot better than a whole bunch of clamps, which I tried. Anyway, that's epoxy resin. I'll wait for that to harden nicely and then I'll grind it back hard. So next day, I'm just gonna crack these out and do lots of grinding. I don't know how well I'm gonna grind. I don't have my helmet anymore. My air-fed mask is broken. Well, this released well, so that's good. Still a bit sticky, don't know why, but that's good. That means there's enough mold release on here. So this was the press to press all the wood into the fiberglass. I just used fiberglass to bond everything together. So I've ground the outside and the inside heavily it's ready for a sheet of glass. I'm just going to go polyester resin around the outside so I can still use gel coat to fair everything out. And I was going to go epoxy in here, but I'm thinking I might go polyester again. I'm not sure, but like it would be good to glue the wood in with epoxy because I know that sticks real hard. I'm going to drill these holes out a little bit bigger as well, so I'll fill that up with epoxy, so then when I go to put the seats in, I'll do new holes and there'll be no chance of the wood in here getting rotted out. Oh man, this freaking light's not turning off. I swear, if you want to test your tools out, give them to me, and if it lasts with me, they're awesome. Oh, I really missed that. Just got home from work. I'm paying this off in 4 payments. I thought I'd give it a shot so it doesn't hurt so bad. $1,800. Fancy bag that I probably never use. It's a different color. I think it feels lighter. Oh, maybe it's because it doesn't have the hose on it. And the dreaded battery, which still has the same problem. Perfect. There's no voltage in it. I am definitely expecting to have problems with this piece of shit. Fucking this crap charger. Man, these batteries suck. I was hoping they would come with something better than what I used to have. I'm already hearing the beeps. So I bought that new air mask while I was away because I was trying to grind and everything with that normal dust mask and I had fiberglass stuck in my forehead. It was driving me nuts. Anyway, while I was away, my dad has been working on the boat and he also fixed one of my old air-fed masks. I asked him to do some videos. Hopefully they turned out all right. This is running on a 18 volt DeWalt battery, but I feel like it's mounted bad because when I move it around, it makes that noise, but that's plenty good enough for me. Good for grinding. More dust. My dad did some fiberglassing on this while I was away. He filled all the holes up and I'm not sure why he filled that entire area up with epoxy. But anyway, that's still good. Just a little bit of epoxy there. What's an extra couple of 100 grams? He also fixed the PlayStation holders. All the front bit wasn't real good. So he's given me some structure to work to now at least. No biggie. I'll put a little bit of glass on it and blob it into the boat and that's done. I will use them for other things other than PlayStations as well, but that's definitely big enough for a PlayStation to sit comfortably. I just went over whatever my dad did with some polyester gel coat with no wax in it. And I got it really straight, which I'm kind of spewing about because I would have put some wax in it if I knew I was going to get it that good. I'm not sure if he used epoxy. I gave him some instructions here and I probably wasn't very clear, but I wanted to glue this stuff in with epoxy, which he did do, but I'm pretty sure he used epoxy to fiberglass these strips on the side. Anyway, I don't care. We'll see if it bonds to the epoxy after I've ground it all back and everything. I'm sure she'll be right. If it's not that good, I'll fix it up later. So instead of that hideous hole, which just looks like an absolute fuck up, this is to hide my fuck up. This fits in here perfectly with a 3mm gap all the way around. And this is going to be what I was hoping was going to be the outside of my boat. I'm hoping it'll kind of be like a armrest here for the throttle shift, but there's a lot of accurate measuring that I have to do to make all this work. And this is what my steering spacer is going to kind of look like. Okay, so I'm trying to do everything properly now. This band looks really neat compared to how I had it on my other one. Let's see how this goes. I've just taken that out and now I'm putting this to how I want to use it. Hopefully this works. So far so good. Good. Oh my goodness, this is luxury. I can see through this visor so much better than my other visors. It's nice, it feels nice. I think this helmet's a little bit lighter than the one that I get. It's not a hard hat one. It'll work good. I'm just gonna try and cut these in so these fit in nice. This is for the PlayStation. And here. So I've hacked all this up so it'll go neatly up there like this. And I've made like a equal spacer like that goes in there like that. I'll clamp it in and then I'll glue that. I've also recessed the whole patch. It still looks pretty bad, but it looks better than what it did. And then this goes in here like that. That's actually the first time I've done that in that spot, so that looks really good. This is pretty recessed now. I think I need to go a little bit further, feeling that, but at least this is recessed in here. And then I need to find the perfect center for that, and then I'll lay this template onto this bit here in the perfect area. Have I said how much I love having a new air mask to be able to see? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna, while I'm doing all this itchy work, I'm gonna cut this bit out so I can put my little steering wheel spacer that my dad kind of made anyway. But yeah, anyway, that's what I'm gonna do as well while I'm itchy. So I just mounted this, and just in case that's full pelt, I'm going to move this recess that way a little bit further, because I definitely want to get full pelt. That's the most important thing, especially with the motor that I'm putting in it. It's going to be a little bit underpowered. It's only 220, 240 horsepower. I can't even remember, but either of those horsepowers isn't very impressive. It's a turbo diesel 4.2 litre Mer Cruiser with a Bravo 2 leg. That's the recess for the Bravo 2 leg. Done. You can see how much I moved it back. That's the beauty of making one of these. It's easy to move around. That's why I made it bigger here and there, so I could have some play this way and this way. That's better. I can fit my hand there now. That's neutral, reverse, and then full pelt reverse. I don't think I need it any further forward or back. Like I think that's just within limits. Everything is crammed. I've got hardly any space for all of the stuff that I'm trying to fit. So that's just perfect. That's how much room I have. Now to cut this out, I think I might cut the circles in here first, so I can dummy fit the steering wheel to make sure I'm happy with whatever angle I've got. Just gonna clean this up, and then I'll mount this. Don't look at that. I didn't quite have the right hole saw sizes. I know it's really hard to visualize, but is that too high from there to there? I tried to shave this down as much as I can. You can see it's gonna be some really weird looking fade there. It looks like it's gonna fit in here. I don't know. I'm kind of pushed for time, so I'm too lazy. Should really have the seat box here and then mount all the seats and dummy mount the box, but it's loads of work. I'm thinking it's going to be okay. Fingers crossed. Oh yeah, and I forgot to say that I've got both of these dummy mounted. I just need to glue them in. That only just makes it by about 5 millimeters, which is fine. Oh my God, I do not miss that sound. I haven't heard that for a while. I guess it looks all right from here. I just don't like how the binnacle is poking up so high. So I've got all of this stuff glued in. I can still open this. Just had to like squash the box this way, and I thought it looked better being parallel with all of the rest of the pockets. It's definitely not ideal, but there's still a lot of storage space under there. You'll still have 2 inches to get your hand in. You'd probably put towels or something there and pull them out like that. I don't know. I'm looking forward to filling that up. Anyway, I started fiberglassing. I need to use epoxy on the top here because I'm pretty annoyed with myself for using epoxy to glass the dash to the hull. So I'm stuck with using epoxy all up the top here. But I just used vinyl ester bog along the bottom. And I've glued this in. I've used tape there so it stops the epoxy from sagging. I'm stuck using epoxy here too now because I used epoxy. But yeah, I've got to fade all of that in. I can pull this out once again, use the tape to stop it from sagging because epoxy always sags for me. I'm like a broken record. I'll unscrew all of this stuff and all the epoxy cured and feels good. I'll grind the hell out of it and make it look like it's a part of the boat. Do some nice sanding under here. Oh no, there's a big void. There's a big void just here. Anyway, yeah, I've got to glue some more beef into here. I'm just going to make some thermalite. I'll probably get the CNC router to do that actually because it'll do it perfectly. I don't have the perfect hole saw for it, so yeah, I might do that now actually. Good, it didn't move. It looks all right. Oh, that's a much stronger. I glassed this one, the other one I didn't glass. Good. It's all symmetrical, same as the other side. Oh. You can see how unimpressive the ceiling height is in here. Oh, it's going to be even worse when there's a mattress in here. Anyway, it's mostly going to be laying down in here for me. Arnie will be able to play his PlayStation leaning up against here, and I was thinking of maybe having a flop down TV on there and there because we need 2 PlayStations. That's what I promised him. And I claimed him on tax too, so I have to do it. Perfect size. I just did a real rough sand on the seat box with this grinder. It's only got 1 layer of gel coat, so it's still all sticky. Or not really, but I'll acetone it and then put another layer. I'll fix all these little bodgy bits. I had to scallop this side out because that's where the boat kind of curves, is where it was touching. Anyway, I'm gonna fix that. Oh. And this goes like this. Oh, right there. Absolutely perfect fit. Looks machined. And that is going to go behind there. In here. Uh-oh. I can't fit it. No! No! Maybe after I grind this up, which I have to do anyway, it might fit after that. I was in a rush to do that last night. Ignore that bit. I need that bit to look good. I made it really fat there so I can sand it nice. What I was going to say is I think I would be really good at making wedding cakes. I know it's not perfect, but all of that melamine work, because I cut it back, has made it so much more work. Anyway, it won't be too bad. Well, it fits now, so that's good. But I need to get rid of this whole bit. Doesn't need to be there. Fun. Oh my god, I'm trying to do this bait tank here, and I am reminded about how bad these 3M things are. I hate that it beeps at me. I don't want it to beep at me. I can't explain how that gives me shivers down my spine. I'm gonna put one of my old masks on. My awesome dad has fixed up both of the battery air-fed masks that were broken. I asked him to do some videos. I'll attach them, or whatever he's made. So now I've got 3. This thing is garbage to me. I hate the battery. I hate that it beeps. I'm so frustrated. I can put that mask onto these, but just that mask alone is $600. Just that useless crap battery is $600. I can't explain how frustrated I am right now. I've got the charger inside because I want it to definitely have every option. I've been putting it away nicely. This thing's got an orange and green light, and then it's got some manual thing. That infuriates me. I am so pissed off. I am not going to lie. Good old faithful works every time. DeWalt battery, no beeping, clean air. And that thing is brand new, not even 3 days old. I've used it about 4 times now. I am furious. So I made a bodgy jig out of wood. I'm definitely high enough that the motor will not be affected. So I'm putting them in. I'm probably not going to use them for live bait tanks. I'll plumb them up so they can be if I want it to be, but I'll make a better one down the track. Now I'm up to cutting the hatches. I want to cut the hatches, see what access I've got, and see how I can do it. I'm just tossing up how I should cut it, because I'd like to use the panel saw, but everything's wonky. Oh, okay. These are heavy. I'm shedding weight out of the back. Now to see if they fit. Alright, I gotta hack these up. That one's a bit closer. Look at how the blade is. That cut cost me 2 jigsaw blades. Okay, now they fit. I should have made the tolerance on these a bit tighter, but I'll be able to get it pretty good when I put the hinges on. Now I'm just going to trace around the perimeter of this so I can recess it so this is sitting flush with the top of the deck here. That looks cool. Oh my god, I can't wait to glass these in. I just, after doing all this, I've realised I need to build the structure that I want to do here, where the hatch is going into, before I glass these in, which is really annoying. But I might glue these in because I've still got plenty of access to fiberglass in here. Do you reckon that will weaken the transom? I don't know. It's pretty decent size hatch. Oh well, I'm sure she'll be right. I've grinded everything ready to fiberglass. I need to fiberglass these bottom pockets, the PlayStation holders, and this second level on both sides. It looks pretty cool in life. It looks probably a little bit funny in video. Okay, so I finally got the throttle mounted nice. It gets full pelt both ways. This bit here can trim down a fair bit. I can fit my fingers behind there, so that's about, I don't know, 15 or 20 millimeters. It's probably even more than that. I can do that. But anyway, I'll trim that down after I've fed all of this bit out, because at the moment there's a bit of a gap here, and yeah, I've got plenty of room with the steering wheel, so that's good. This is just blob there. It's just, yeah, you can see my hand just touches. Anyway, I'm happy with that. This isn't screwed in either. I think it'll be okay. I'm really loving this bit. Wee wee. Burp burp. Wait, make way for the denominator. I am the denominator. Yes, I'm rich. Look at me. Okay, I've done everything I can for this swing home. I just finished gluing the recesses in for the hatches, for the bait tank or rope box or whatever you want to call it. I glassed it with epoxy on the underside as well, because as you guys all know, I always have problems with epoxy falling. So the tolerances were so small, I don't think it would have, but I just got everything done in one hit, and I definitely don't want the wood that's under here to get affected by water. If there is water in these bait tanks or whatever you want to call them, I'm definitely going to plumb them up, so they're going to get very wet. I'll just have to grind all this area and glass this bit in, just put a real thin sheet on so it doesn't crack around here. But I'm pretty confident it'll be fine. The transom won't bend too much, because I don't think it'll bend. Unless I like put tow hooks in here, and then it might, I don't know, it probably won't, because it's built like a brick shithouse. It'll be fine. And I forgot to say, my dad asked me if there was anything he could do while I was away. I think he actually prefers working on it while I'm not here more than when I am here. But he asked if there's anything he can do, so I'm just about to compile a list of things that I think he won't mind doing. What in the devil are you doing, you little baby?
Those look like real comfortable pants.